That nigga show you that re-rock, you ain't even know it. I die over these Reeboks, you ain't even know it. Put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that, she ain't even know it. Got 100 acres.
Pod1047.com, the future of hip-hop and R&B. Your man Permiss right here. Back to the basics, of course, we're in full effect. We're going in full speed, 1,000%. All right, HipHop Politics. That's what it is. Each and every last Saturday, we discuss some of the issues that are going on in the hip-hop world right now, some of which some people don't really want to talk about, others do. And, of course, full panel ahead on the side of me, I have none other than a good friend of mine. He's what I call, I get this guy's name messed up all the time. My hip-hop Roland Martin, you know? you know, great friend of the show. He's doing a lot of great things in the community. My good friend Farajii Muhammad, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, brother. How are you?
Oh, fantastic, man. Great to be on the show.
Man, I'm great to, man, I'm just so happy to be here right now.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Of course, checking in all the way from the 718 area code. He's no stranger to us as well. Got a great group up there called the Soho Kings, doing great things, packed out greenhouse. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Celsius 911. What up, brother? That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Well, listen. Let's get right into it. And, of course, on the side of me, I can't forget about this young lady. You know, the left hand of the show, the right hand and the left hand sometimes. Miss Singleton Newman, what's going on, Singy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Doing wonderful. It's Saturday.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Listen, hip-hop politics, we want to get right into it. We want to talk about should artists, MCs, be mindful about what they rap in their lyrics. Furthermore, should they be careful of their image? Now, of course, the story of everybody's heard about it. Rick Ross recently lost his Reebok deal when he said a really crazy line in it referring to date rape drugs. A lot of people's backed up away from him. He lost a lot of money. So I'm going to open up the panel. Of course, if you want to chime in, ladies and gentlemen, the phone lines is wide open. 866-524-3080, 866-524-3080. Farajii, I start off with you. When you hear about something like this with rap artists, you know, now we're talking about multi-millionaires, we're talking about endorsement deals, we're talking about everything.
Right.
Should they have a sense of mind, or should they be conscious about them, period? Because now they're in the public eye.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I think that it's, if we don't have some level of censorship, and I think the censorship really starts with the artists themselves.
Okay.
And, you know, I think artists understand the power of words and ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't understand that, then I don't think they were going to be considered to be a great artist.
Right.
But the power of words and ideas in this day and time is so impactful on the hearts and minds of those who listen,
mm-hmm.
that if you're not conscious about what you're saying,
mm-hmm.
even if you personally would never do it,
mm-hmm.
or you personally don't believe it,
mm-hmm.
and you're just saying things because it's the latest trend or the latest fad
right.
in the industry or in the culture,
right.
Then you're going to have to be responsible for your actions,
mm-hmm.
and you have to know that people are listening, but not everybody is going to take it as just entertainment, as Jay-Z
right,
said.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're thinking, oh, Rick Ross really does do this. You know what I mean? He's willing to go there.
Right.
But the flip side of it as well is, if the artist is not censoring what they're saying, they're going to be held responsible for creating a certain type of environment in the community. For those of us who strive to work, to uplift, to empower,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? You don't want to put your brother down who's doing some great things in the entertainment industry, but at the same time, he's putting himself in a position where you got to ask the question, either he's going to be an asset to the community or is he a liability to the overall struggle, especially when it's talking about issues relating to our people. So you gotta be very mindful, and in this day and time, we can't play around with words. Every word carries weight, and every weight has its consequences.
Celsius, you an artist as well. And coming from an artist standpoint, is it kind of hard for you personally to kind of like curb what you want to do, or is it like just a free for all? And you're in the hip hop mecca up there, so how do you feel? First of all, how did you feel? Do you think Rick Ross was right, or do you think he was wrong for what he said?
No, I think it was wrong. I think it was overboard. I mean, I pretty much agree with everything he just said. At the end of the day, words carry weight. You have to have a responsibility, and you have to be conscious, you know, using his words. And how would you not be conscious while you're writing a rhyme that's going out to millions of people? Like, that's the whole definition of rap. Like, you know, think first. Like, we all learn that as kids growing up. So why not have that same responsibility when writing a rhyme or putting out a song? Like, just think about what you say, and if you're happy with it, then put it out. And I don't know what his state of mind in saying what he was, but I make sure I'm happy with everything I say. So I don't know. Everybody's different, each his own.
Right. Singleton, you're coming from a female standpoint, and I must say, if you have a team of females against you, that's a problem, because females support, they'll be the ones that'll stand in the line, rain, hail, sleet, snow, and actually buy your music, buy your CD.
That's right.
You know, forget bootlegging, forget download, they're going to do it. So coming from a female standpoint, first of all, did you agree or disagree with what he said? And do hip-hop artists really have to really curb their enthusiasm?
Well, here's the thing. You know, there's a shock value in this thing called entertainment,
right?
And so, you know, he's trying to appeal to the drug culture when he's talking about, you know, I'm gonna, you know, slip something in a girl's drink, you know, without it even knowing it. You know, what he tried to do was just, he tried to evoke some type of emotion with somebody that can identify with it, because the honest truth is that there are guys out there and some women, let me keep it 1,000, that will do that. Okay, but what hit me is that when he came back with his supposed apology, he said, well, I didn't say the word rape.
Wow.
So y'all misunderstood me. That's what Rick said. Y'all can watch the video on YouTube.
Right.
You can Google that right now.
So he didn't say the word rape. So it was like coming back around it.
Right.
Saying,
He's just outskirted the whole thing.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you know, for even the women out there that are just like, that love Ross, because I love Ross too, you know, it was sort of like, come on, Ross, like, you know, like, really, seriously, like,
right.
You know, I guess some people look at it on two different perspectives. Well, he wouldn't really do it,
right.
But he just talks about it. Well, you know, your actions and your words, you know, some people say the actions speak louder than the words, but your words have power.
Right.
So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it was sort of like, I love you, Ross, but I love you, Rose, but that's a thumbs down for me, hun.
Listen, everybody who wants to chime in, holler at us, 866-524-3080, 866-524-3080, HipHop Politics. When we come back, we identified the problem. Let's try to figure out what could be the solution, if there is any solution. It's HipHop Politics on Back to the Basics right here on Power1047.com. Back to the Basics, your man Permiss right here. HipHop Politics, first edition, each and every fourth Saturday. We talk about it, issues in the hip-hop world. You talk about it, you think about it, we say it. Farajii Muhammad, Celsius 911, of course, Singleton Newman live on air, Amplify Videology live in the building now. We was having a very powerful discussion, of course, this conversation of hip-hop artists kind of curbing their, how I say, enthusiasm, you know, watching their image, the music and everything. Should it be a censor? Should it be a filter, or should you just go as is? If you're just tuning in, or if you've been on Planet Rock way above space somewhere, Rick Ross recently lost his Reebok endorsement deal, which was a lot of money, because of a line that he said in the new song with my man Rocco, and the song U.O.E.N.O.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But I was off air, it was something that I thought about, I'd like to bring up, and that is, back in the day, you had NWA, you had Ice Cubes, the Dre, of course, Ice-T, and of course the other gangster rappers that I think somebody got in their ear to say, hey, look, do you always want to be portrayed as this MC, this rapper? Because one day you're going to get old, and one day you're not going to be able to rap. And somehow or another, Q cleaned up his image, Ice-T did the same thing, vice versa. The artists that are coming out now, do you think they will listen? Taking case point, Chief Keef. We all know he's famous for putting stuff online crazy. What are your thoughts on that? I started with Celsius. What do you think?
I think it's a different time frame right now. And I think, you know, those people came in the game early and they got a chance to see the love and support that they get, and they get a chance to travel the world and see all the cultures that really respond and pay attention to hip-hop. And that kind of changes you to clean up your image, to broaden your image, to just broaden who you are as a person. And that comes with age and respect. Like, a lot of these young dudes, they're not at that point, so I don't really blame them for talking what they talk. I blame the people that choose to listen. I mean, people like that encourage these people to say what they want to say. So at the end of the day, there's only but so much an artist can do if he's not really too conscious as it is in the first place. So it's good that people are actually paying attention to what Rick Ross is saying and challenging it and acknowledging it and making him apologize, because now they'll go back and listen to what he says from now on. So I think that's a cool thing that people actually pay attention to. And I think more artists, as more people start to pay attention to what these dudes are saying, they start to change the way they start to recite different things back and start to really look back on their careers. And, you know, they'll clean up their act once the fans help them clean it up.
Cleaning up their act, that's a great point that you raised. Singleton, in cleaning up your act, does that come with maturity? And do you recognize the maturity in one's music?
I mean, it does come with maturity. It just comes with development also of just another type of lifestyle. For someone like Chief Keef or someone like Rick Ross right now, you know, it took him losing that endorsement deal with Reebok, that's several $1 million that is not now going to go into his pocket. It's going to take something like that for him to say, okay, well, maybe I just need to be a little bit more socially responsible now with Chief Keef. Well, he's a different story. Right now, corporate America is really not coming for him right now. They don't see it for him right now, but that doesn't mean that'll change in about a year or two. It only takes one person to say, oh, one company to say, oh, you're cool enough, we're going to slap a couple $1 million for you to hawk our product. And then it's only going to take but one time for them to say, ah, you're not that good. Oh, you made a boo-boo. We're going to snatch that money back from you. Right. They're going to give people like Chief Keef and Rick Ross more chances. Because they're in the ear, in the mind of the young person. But until they realize that they could play things a little bit more smartly like Jay-Z, they're going to keep on getting things taken away from them. It's inevitable.
And Farajii, and I'm going to hit you with the most powerful question, and that is, and I'm going to come up with an analogy. In the world of radio, you and I both know, you say any derogatory word, that's a big hefty fine. Not only is it a big hefty fine, you run the risk of losing your job. So us as personalities, we tend to have to be careful, even as passionate of a subject as what we really want to say, we can't say it. Do hip-hop artists kind of follow that guideline if they really pay attention in their career? Take Jay-Z, for example. He's on the cover of Time magazine right now of the 100 most influential people in the world to pay attention to. But if you listen to Jay-Z back 9-6, it's totally different. What's your opinion?
You know, I mean, you know, I have to be honest, I got mixed reviews about it. You know, Jay-Z is, one writer said he is like President Obama of the hip-hop world. You know what I mean? Wow, but also, when you look at Jay-Z back in the 90s, he was saying the same thing that a lot of brothers are saying right now. You know what I mean? Talking about the party and talking about the women and everything. Here's the difference, though. Jay-Z came into the game, certainly he had a little bit more leverage. He had Dame Dash, he had Biggs, so he had a little bit more going for him. He just wasn't just a rapper, but he had an avenue. However, the thing is, somebody saw something in Jay-Z to say, you know what, I think you should take time to clean up your image.
Correct. He had people in his head.
You had people in the industry, whether it was Leo or Cohen or others, who are always making the big decisions.
Right.
These are powerful men in the entertainment industry, and they're making big decisions. And they decided to take Jay-Z and to make him the quote the God MC. You know what I mean? But they chose him. He was chosen. And I mean, you know, you might say, well, that's not true. No, the man didn't come up through the ranks of hip-hop on his own. The man was chosen by executives and others to go in a different direction, to part ways with Dame Dash, to do the things that make the decisions and be a part of projects that would put him in a better light. However, we have to keep in mind that in order for a lot of the rappers, you know, I saw that 2 Chainz was on a mixtape or on the cover of The Source and said, you know, his road to riches is through ratchetness. You know what I mean? You know, he knows that that's part of the process to get to a certain level. But at the end of the day, the executives decide who is going to be on top. You know what I mean? And so
because they're the one that controlling everything.
They're the
with
ones
the money,
that control the
night.
industry.
Okay.
And so if you got to ask yourself the question, well, Jay-Z has always been on top, and he's one of the greatest lyricists, and nothing going to take that away. How come we don't see Lupe though? You know, how come we don't see artists who have decided from the very beginning that they weren't going to bend and compromise and make the type of records that they said, you know what, this is what I truly believe in. This is not entertainment. This is a part of who I am.
Okay.
And have that strength to keep doing it. So Lupe may not sell millions of records. However, there's a greater respect that we have for Lupe because of his integrity and being able to be that way from the very beginning. So, you know, that's something that artists have to really consider. Are you doing this for yourself, or are you doing this to be chosen by those who control your destiny in the music world?
Is it? Go ahead, Sam.
I think you know, I think it's 2 sides of that coin. It's, you know, we want to lump some rappers all in the same pot, but then it's not rappers. It's not always the rappers that behave badly. It's the rappers that try to speak up and really say,
that's true.
Even if you don't like what I'm saying to you, this is how I feel. You know, he got booed off this. Lupe got booed off the stage in DC during inauguration.
Sure.
You know, for speaking his mind. And then you have Rick Ross, whatever, who wanted just to speak his mind on his particular subject in that song, but then he got million snacks. I mean, it's sort of just like, it's like you're damned if you do sometimes, and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
You know, so it's I really want to challenge the listening public to really take a look at, are we really talking about things of substance in hip-hop, or are we just talking about trash in hip-hop? And whose side should we be on? Now, with Lupe, he wanted to speak something, and that was his political view. With Rick Ross, he thought that it was okay for him to speak on him, you know, sexually taking advantage of somebody, and he thought that was okay. But people have opinions, and either way, it was all opinion.
The thing, as you know, because I know we got to end, this time's getting away from us, but one of the funniest things was when the White House was trying to depict the open letter song that Jay-Z wrote.
Right.
You know what I mean? When clearly, and it was funny because even the people in the White House, it's like, the president ain't had nothing to do with giving the clearance for J&B.
I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, it was.
That is funny.
It really was. It's HipHop Politics right here on Back to the Basics, Power1047.com. Keep it locked. We'll be right back. Power1047.com, the future of hip-hop and on me. Back to the Basics, your man Permiss right here, Farajii Muhammad. Celsius 911 on the check-in, Singleton Newman. Shouts out to my man Wink One, the Movement Team DJ is about to tear down the wheels of steel in about 15 minutes, setting up for it. But as we wrap up our first edition of Hip Hop Politics, you know, great conversation today. That all in all, my opinion, you know, think of your artistry as a business. You know what I mean? It's like if you open up a storefront. You know, you want the patrons to patronize your business. But if you got a whole bunch of people in front of your store, you know, your chips don't look good, your crackers on the shelf, they're half open and all that, nobody's going to spend money in your store. Same thing with you as an artist. You know, nobody's saying you got to watch what you say, but in a sense, watch what you say. Does that make sense?
That makes absolute sense.
You know, so... You know, I just want to take this time out real quick to just thank all of y'all for coming on.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Farajii, let everybody know what you got going on. You know, you're for those of you who don't know, I bring this man on when I got something going on, community-related wise. He was very instrumental in the whole I Vote campaign, and he's just a very positive, influential brother. Go ahead, brother. What you got going on?
First and foremost, I want to thank you and Singleton for the opportunity. First of all, you know, we got some good things happening. My you know, I'm gonna be expected soon, so I got a son that's coming. And I want to thank y'all for the wonderful, wonderful love that y'all shared with me at the top of the show.
No problem.
You know,
man, no
giving
problem.
us a gift. But you know, that's certainly been a motivating factor for me. I've been blessed with the opportunity to meet with some young 100 black young leaders in the city of Chicago this summer.
Nice.
To discuss the issues of youth violence and other pertinent issues that are affecting our community all across the country. This was a situation where you had to submit an application and somebody said, look, man, I think you need to be a part of this conversation.
Right.
And so we did that, and it allowed us now to be a part of this first meeting of young leaders. You're going to certainly hear more about it, but this is the start, Permiss, for us to start looking at what's going on with our people, what's going on with this generation,
right.
And for us to really to do some great things. So I certainly want to, big shout out to all of those who are going to be a part of the this wonderful meeting taking place in July in Chicago. If people want to get more in touch with me, make sure that you can hit me up on my Facebook page, Farajii Muhammad, Farajii. Last name is Muhammad. You can hit me up on Twitter at Farajii, Farajii. I even got an Instagram page at Mr. Listen Up.
Yeah.
And I don't know if can we promote that?
Go ahead, man.
Listen Up. Make sure y'all tune in. Listen Up every Friday night at 7 p.m. on 88.9 WEAA FM. You can also find us online at weaa.org. And that's when we talk about hip-hop politics. We talk about everything relating to the next generation. We have that serious conversation. So again, thank you so much for this opportunity.
You're welcome, good brother. You're welcome. Celsius, talk to him.
Yes, I'm in the building, man. Celsius from Soho King. Pop alternative hip-hop group. We do our thing. Just tore down Greenhouse. Our next show's in the city, New York City, Santos Party House, May 3rd, Friday night. Make sure y'all come through, 16 and up. And, we got a lot of love for the DMV area, of course. Our last show out there was at Strathmore Mansion, Stone Koala, so shout out to Stone Koala. And, we just do our thing. We having fun, man, making positive music, fun music. So we definitely don't have the censorship issues that a lot of other artists may have.
Right.
And, I doubt Solo Kings will never probably be a topic in this type of a conversation because we definitely think before we talk. And no disrespect to people that don't, because you gotta have an example to learn from an example. So no negativity thrown towards people that are just learning and they apologize for what they do wrong.
Absolutely.
But we're not gonna be in that space because we just make fun music and that's what we about. Soho Kings, and you can hit us up on Twitter at Soho Kings, SOHOKINGS. We on Facebook at Soho Kings. The main website is SohoKings.com. We also on Instagram at Soho Kings. And I'm Celsius 911, so CELSIUS 911 on all of those sites, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that. And big shout out to Permiss and Singleton, of course, because we want to be up here for
No doubt.
Shout out to BFT.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. I'll definitely be up top for y'all next show. And all I ask is just you send me a Soho King shirt. You know, not.
You get a cousin Soho King shirt.
Nice.
Soho King shirts for everybody that's on the station that's not even here today.
That's what's up.
That's
they get Soho King shirts.
Yo, that's what's up.
the only thing I ask, please don't make it a medium. You know, please don't. You know.
No, you cannot have a medium. I can't see it for you. Sorry.
You know. I have the love belly now. I'm trying to lose
love belly. I like that.
I'm trying to lose the love belly.
Oh wow.
That's what guys get. Love bellies. Wow.
Big and small, everything, man. It's love for all. It's unity. We make unity music.
That's what's up.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. See, you're going to hang out with us anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm in here.
All right, she's in the building. Singleton's going to hang around with us. Amplified Videology's in the building. All right, let's get back to the music. Thank you guys so much for checking in. DJ Wink Wonder, Movement Team DJs is in full effect. But we'll be right back. Next sounds you're going to hear is the sounds of him on the ones and twos. It's Power1047.com. Back to the basics. Keep it locked.